you know what, guys? I'm going to just go real quick into the 4 types of government that we have. If you'll flip your page real quick, you'll see that little diagram of the 4 types of government. So just follow along with that with me here. So the first one is the executive branch, and that is what the President of the U.S. has. The executive branch, the big thing that America has, that dictatorships don't have, is that the President can't just make all the laws that he wants. So you guys see these circles and arrows going around? These things are called checks and balances. And what that means is that the President doesn't have ultimate power. So for example, if he wants to make a law, it's going to go to the legislative branch, which is on your left here. The legislative branch actually, like if the President or someone proposes a law, it goes to them to actually vote on it and put it into the bill. So if you guys have been paying attention to this, there's been a lot of things that the current President wants to do, says he's going to do. The difference between a democracy here in America and a dictatorship, a dictator could just say, I want this to be a law, and it's a law. But here, so our current President, President Trump, he can say, I want to do this, I want to make this a law, but guess what? He can't. It has to go up for a vote, and then it becomes a law. So that's a huge difference there. And then also, so on your right, you'll see the other form of government that's called the judicial branch. So that is when there's issues, say there's a debate about something on citizenship, laws. For example, a big right you have in a democracy is freedom of speech. But, for example, yes, you can say and think whatever you want, but there's certain limits to freedom of speech. For example, you can't threaten someone's life. That's a crime, right? Mr. Sheikh points this out a lot with what shows you what a democracy is that I can say anything I want bad about the president or past presidents or any leader. I can say I don't like them, I can say I hate them, I can say I think they're an idiot. But if I threaten their life and say I want to hurt them or do something really bad, that's a crime. So, for example, if there was an issue with freedom of speech where someone said, hey, I want to yell fire in a movie theater and scare everybody and cause a big panic, I think that's covered by freedom of speech. If that issue got debated enough where someone couldn't decide, the judicial branch would decide that. And then just so you know, you can't yell fire in a theater and scare everybody. That would be a crime too. So freedom of speech does have limits. And then one thing also, so usually you guys in textbooks and things like that will hear about 3 branches of government. One thing that shows me you guys have a great history teacher, Mr. Sheikh, is he talks about 4 forms. And so you'll notice on this diagram what's in the center and why Mr. Sheikh has this right up here, the Constitution, is we the people and the Constitution. And that we the people represents us. It represents you guys, it represents me, it represents all the citizens of America. So you'll notice that that's the focus and that's the triangle in between this. And that is another key to democracy, because that means that actually the people control this. Certainly, no system's perfect. You're going to find plenty of examples where you'll say, wait, this isn't fair, this isn't right. Those things will happen. But for the most part, you guys have more power than you think. And actually, I would say, especially like with technology and things you have, things you can record with your phones, things you can do on social media, you guys can actually like prove things better than in years past where maybe if something bad happened and someone accused a police officer of doing something against your rights, it was their word against yours. Now with phones and technology, people have more power than ever before. So it's actually a pretty exciting time to be a citizen. Mr. Sheikh, did you do your Nelson Mandela video with this class? Do you know? No. Okay. There's a leader called Nelson Mandela.